Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are so glad to have you with us on the 410 Real Estate channel once again. Today we're going to talk about summer maintenance tips. I would say summer's coming, but if you're here in Arizona now, you already know summer's already here. So I won't say that, but monsoon season is coming. So we'll talk about some of that today. Before we do that though, if you haven't yet already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're made aware of the videos as they post. We try and do 2 to 3 videos a week, usually about real estate topics, mindset, and then sometimes we'll even do around town segments and introduce you to local businesses. So really would love to have you as part of the 410 family. So if you're not subscribed, please do that for us right now. Today, summer maintenance tips. We're going to talk about ways that you can improve energy usage. You can improve just quality of life in general at your home by doing just a few basic things. First one we're going to talk about is air conditioning, because that's the most important. If you're in Arizona, you know that's the most important thing. So if you haven't yet, get a qualified HVAC company out to do a tune-up on your system. Make sure everything's working properly. Make sure the coils are clean. Make sure that any of the disposable parts, like the capacitor, things like that, are taken care of so that something small doesn't cause some major problem in the middle of the heat. So HVAC, number one. Secondly, you want to look at all of your window and door seals. Not only because of the heat, but because, as I said, monsoon season is coming. So we all hate it when there's dirt coming in from a Arizona HABOOB as it comes through, or little critters that are coming in because they don't want to stay out in the heat, so they're trying to find cool places to be. So check the seals and the thresholds around all of your doors, the weather stripping. Make sure your windows close properly, seal and lock, and just make sure all of those things are covered to keep the critters out, the heat out, and the mess out. You also want to look at your roof. Roof is another big thing during monsoon season specifically. A lot of us, out of sight, out of mind, so the roof is up there. We don't necessarily look at it very often, especially if you have a tile roof. You think to yourself, well, it's tile. It's not, it doesn't break. It's good. It's concrete. What's the problem? The problem is underneath the tile is underlayment, and that stuff can dry out, get brittle, fall apart. And then when monsoon comes and you have one tile that's slightly shifted, now you have a nice funnel for the water to get down in there and potentially enter your home. So have your roof checked out to make sure there's no cracked or broken tiles and that the underlayment's going to survive another summer heat. Another thing you can do is check all of your ceiling fans and your vents, including exhaust vents too. Just anything that helps with airflow in your home. You want to make sure it's clean, you want to make sure it's free of any debris, and you want to make sure it functions properly. If you have an exhaust fan that's squealing and driving you nuts, it's probably because it's not working properly, and so that might be something that you want to swap out. If you have that one room that seems hotter than any of the rest, you can have an HVAC company check that out, or make sure you have some sort of a ceiling fan or an oscillating fan in there to help with the heat as well. If you have not checked your water softener before the summertime, now it's just a good reminder when the summer starts. Usually salt can last a couple of months if you fill it up, depending on how much you use. So now's a good time, beginning of the summer, to go check and make sure you add salt if you need to for your water softener. Something people don't think about, appliance maintenance. Your refrigerator works harder during the summer than it's going to work the rest of the year. And your outdoor refrigerator, if you have one in your garage, is going to work even harder than that. So one thing that you need to make sure you're doing is pulling that thing out and making sure to vacuum the back, vacuum those coils off, get the dust, everything off of those things, because that can stop up the refrigerator's ability to cool. And that's no fun, especially in the summer, because once that goes out, it's no time before that food is wasted and gone. Now is also the time to check smoke detector, batteries, and air filters. Air filters are huge too. If you're not changing that every month, you should at least be checking it every month, and use a lightweight filter that's going to be it's not going to stop the airflow, because less airflow, less cool for your house. So check those things as well. And the last thing I would recommend is look at things like paint and just the exterior of your house, pavers, brick finishes if you have those kinds of things. Look into power washing them off. The paint's going to get even worse as the summer goes on if it's cracking and peeling and dry. So just get a good idea of what is going on with the outside of your home. And then just a quick tip in terms of paint. When you go out of town for a week, please leave your air conditioning somewhat on. That's just my recommendation. Doesn't have to be low like when you're living there, but if you leave it off completely, you might come home to some bubbling paint and some fun things like that, some damaged furniture, that sort of thing. So as you vacation this summer, make sure to secure and protect your home in those ways. that was a lot of stuff that just came out of my mouth in a very short period of time. I hope it was helpful. If it was, do me a favor, hit the share button so that your friends can hear about summer maintenance tips as well. And go start checking those air filters in the HVAC system because you want to stay cool this summer. So we'll see you on the next 410 video.